Path of Exile 2 latest update 0.2 will change the game dramatically. The game is probably fixed, and I am amazed by approach developers took. GGG just did something crazy, and you need to see this. Alright, so let's see.
Hi.
What's up? So, we will get new class, new Ascendancies, character system improvements, endgame improvements, and new endgame content. Technically everything community asked for. So here we will have a trailer for Dawn of the Hunt, and this is no other than new character, new class, Huntress. Let's just enjoy this. Definitely not Riot or Blizzard, they doing crazy trailers, but this is a good trailer. Oh, that was juicy. Is she Huntress or prisoner? Okay, we see abilities. Some lightning stuff, some movement, spears, and fire. Finally, some fire in the game. Nice. She's looked like a boss from Act 3. Oh, that was juicy. I mean, just look at the skills. We definitely can build a godlike character. Whoa! Is this Monster Hunter or Path of Exile? I don't know. You tell me. Oh my goodness, boys, we're getting something insanely cool. Much more. Oh jeez. Let's see what will happen. Dawn of the Hunt. Sounds great. Sounds like insane actually. But let's see, can they actually deliver? So, we got Huntress revealed, now let's see what she can do. Okay, she got some tornadoes! Yeah. I don't know, who will play tornadoes as Huntress? We want to use spear, not some boring magic. So, new bucklers, I guess evasion bucklers is probably will be broken actually. You know, block chance and evasion at the same time. So this stuff we're looking over here is engagement, disengagement. It's cool, it's fun, but it works mostly in the campaign, you know? When you play an endgame, you want to destroy everything in one hit. It doesn't play the same as in campaign. Yeah. Anyway, class looks pretty good. Explosive spear. I like fire, there's not a lot of fire in the game, so... Oh, this explosive spear definitely takes a while to detonate. It's completely unviable against faster enemies from Act 2. Oh, okay, we can use Whirling Slash to make it fire. I guess everyone will still make it lightning and combine with Herald of Lightning and Ice. But that's cool. Icy tornadoes, electric tornadoes, you know, fire tornadoes. So, we can wait for blood loss and then there will be explosion. It takes so much time, completely not viable in the end game from Act 2 and so on. Because in Act 2 enemies are so fast that you can't combo like nicely against them. Ability to become friends with foes, let's see. Oh, okay, we can use companions? Jeez, this looks cool. That's funny. Check, we can get Quadrilla. So, that's endgame Huntress. Doesn't look really great. We can definitely make it better with Double Herald.
But we still haven't talked about Ascendancy classes yet.
The first Ascendancy for Huntress is a Ritualist, with pretty useless volatile blood blobs. But hey, take a look over here. We can have additional ring slot. Ingenuity will be broken. And we can increase this bonuses even more. Ritual Sacrifice, let's see. So, we can get bonuses from elites. Sounds cruel. And even improves these bonuses. Crazy. I like previous Ascendancy. Ritualist looks really good. So now we got Amazon, which is like pretty basic, more like common class. She will have it probably like more power. Let's see. Reveal weakness and do more damage against rare and unique. But they will have weakness only in few parts of the health bar. So I would say again, it's not as powerful as just Monk or some other one-shot boss builds. If we consume charges, we can infuse weapon with some extra damage. This can be cool if we play Huntress with quarterstaff probably as Monk. Maybe. But overall this Amazon pretty boring compared to Ritualist in my opinion.
We've added a new Ascension class for 3 of the other existing classes too.
First of all, of course, we get new warrior Ascendancies that was already teasered, and it's kind of blacksmith. So, instead of fighting monsters, we can just craft our hammers. Great. Temper weapon. Isn't warrior already too slow to forge weapon before the fight? But 3 for this Ascendancy class looks a little bit abnormal. What's going on here? We will be able to use only normal body armor, which is really awful. But we will get range of different bonuses we can pick from. And it doesn't look like pretty strong in my opinion, but we will see what we can cook from this. Maybe some cool builds. And I guess they intentionally missed few options on the bottom. This should be like a cool options. Tactician, that's what we need. Oh, I like this arrow of rain, or whatever. So, he will have suppressing fire to pin enemies. Pin is cool mechanic, but it's not so powerful in my opinion. Pinned enemies cannot perform actions. That's cool, that's powerful. Banners. I guess it's powerful as a party class. So if someone from your friends playing Tactician, it will be great. The Lich Ascendancy for Witch. Yeah, that's what we need. Damage over time, Witch, please, finally. Okay, we got a lot of cool powerful stuff on Witch, mostly to improve some curses, but overall, again, damage over time doesn't look very good. Maybe we need to see new uniques that can improve damage over time or chaos damage. So, we got Bind Spectre. We can trap the souls of almost any monster in the game and summon them. That's pretty fun. I guess like summoner classes getting a little bit of love in this upgrade. So, summon a raw skill. You can summon it anywhere. Oh, we can mount and use it as any class. It's not only Hunter skill. That's great. So, now you can basically use a little bit of spirit to get a little bit of health on top and also some movement, I guess. 100 plus new support gems. Hemocrystals will give us ability to use some bleed builds probably. Alignment, really powerful bow skill if we get lucky and attack into right direction. Caltrops, that will use thorn damage on your arrows or other projectiles. I don't know, probably it will be useful for Huntress, but that's more than 100 new support gems. That's pretty crazy. Make sure to write a comment if you want me to make a review of every single new support gem when it released. But now let's discuss 100 new unique items, or at least items that they will show us here. Most importantly, this time they're focusing on mid-game and end-game uniques. Finally, we will have something to farm for. Chernobox Pillar, Black Steel, Tower Shield. With the shield, we will get 1% of damage as fire damage per 1% chance of block. So we can get like 80% chance of block pretty easily, I guess. And then we will get 80% damage as fire damage. This can make some warrior builds pretty powerful. The Coming Calamity, Heroic Armor. Looks great, by the way. I don't know what they are cooking, but we will get Herald of Ash, Ice and Thunder. They will be level 19, they will be always active without any spirit consumption, and also enemies in our presence will have no elemental resistances. While they're showing this armor on Monk, actually I would say this can be a lot better on someone like Mercenary or other range classes. Waste Gate Heavy Belt. That gives us ability to equip double life or double mana flasks. Another pretty good belt from Orb of Chance, in my opinion at least. Not as powerful as Ingenuity, but maybe there will be a little bit more powerful belts than Ingenuity in the upcoming patch. At least I hope so, considering how much new stuff we're seeing on the screen right now. A lot of new weapons and armors. So they adding a lot of new currency, but I see only old one. First of all, rune tiers. We will have different tiers of runes, so builds in the endgame will be a lot more powerful. They want to add more socketable items and more cool stuff, but now they're talking about new mechanics, or basically the stuff that you will be amazed from. I don't know if you will be amazed by this deer, he's awesome, but definitely you won't be amazed by him. So how this mechanic works? Now in Act 1 we will find a guy who looks like Gollum, and he will show us the spirits. The spirit will go around the map and he will enchant monsters. They will become more powerful, therefore probably they will drop a little bit better loot. But spirit will lead you towards elite monster. If you get away for too long, spirit will disappear. So this monster got more life and stats, and also summoning Spectral Bear. Why do we need it in campaign? Let's see. We will get a lot of rewards. Yeah? But they're not showing us rewards. I guess because this content will drop a lot of new stuff on new items. Also there's pretty rare Sacred Wisps. They will upgrade normal monsters to magic, magic to rare, and rare to unique. So we can have pretty nice fights. And let's see what we got over here, some new stuff. Talismans that can be applied to boots that will reduce critical damage bonus against us. Gain rage on melee hit on gloves and get protection from bleed on armor. I don't know, is this runes or will be applied differently, but again it's nice to have some different customization for our builds. New map, looking great, and since we got this new mechanic, we also can adjust it in Atlas Tree, and there's a lot more options on Atlas Tree right now.
Path of Exile 2's early access began with a brand new endgame, and it was clear that it needed a lot of work.
I don't see new endgame here right now, but we definitely a bunch of new maps, and maps looking pretty good. But coolest part, these new maps will have custom encounters, just look at this. On this map, when you start, you can find this runic stone or whatever it is, you can activate it, and this will start a cool fight. With new custom boss and probably with new uniques that will be dropped from him, I guess. But the funniest part, we need to fight to get his rewards. And we can summon him or another boss again and again and again and again, up to 10 times for insane and pretty cool rewards. At least they promise it. And only this map drops new runes. Another map looks insanely insane. Just look at this, it's crazy, someone will get probably sick by playing this map, but it will summon a rare monster again and again, and a lot of copies of this rare monster, so fight will be pretty hard probably. But at the end of the map you find Broken Mirror. It's not Mirror of Kalandra, but it will contain item. It's the new item, and it's really good. It can be amulet or ring, random ring, but with different prefixes and suffixes rules. So we can have really overpowered gear. But look here, that's another unique map, and this map will have some essences. And this was teasered also. So there will be a bunch of essence cages, you can open them, get essences, and they will be transferred into greater essences on the boss. So you clear a little bit of essences, then clear boss and get a lot of greater essences. This makes crafting a lot easier in this part of Path of Exile. And I like this approach. They not picking the old crafting system, they designing completely new system, and they adding a bit and a bit every time. And now we can apply Val Orb to the essence. We can get more essences, we can reroll them, or we can make them to greater essences. That's pretty cool and nice stuff. But what if they already greater essences? They can become completely new essence type. And this essences is insane. There's 4 of them, and there will be completely different combat mechanics with each of them. For example, Essence of Insanity will make copies of monster, and you need to find real one or you will be frozen. Yeah, that's like pretty devastating stuff and can lose us a little bit of experience. But they're definitely worth it, because you can use this essence on belt and it will lock one property. It can make this item insanely cool and powerful. We get 10 extra Atlas passive points. Okay, and now we can encounter Rogue Exiles. It's kinda normal players, but they are bots of course, and they using normal equipment like you, they doing the same skills you can use, and they basically fight you in PvP. But here's the cool stuff. They can spawn with legendary unique gear, and if you defeat them, they will drop all gear equipped on them. Basically you can get a lot of cool uniques completely free, so make sure to defeat them if you encounter them in cool gear. But if this exile defeats us, he will be left with all his gear. Thanks, it's not ours gear. And look here, we got 6 portals on the maps. More on that later. I don't know what you think, but GGG is definitely cooking something cool. There's also a bunch of new strong boxes, but no one likes strong boxes. Oh, okay. This looks a lot better than boring strong boxes. Oh, this red one is really cool. So, Tombstone will revive monster, and he will be revived multiple times, and he will be powerful and more powerful each time he is revived. This red one is Wall Box, Chaos Box. Basically, it will give us unique, which is corrupted, and as I can understand, it's uniquely corrupted, but we need to defeat a lot of Chaos monsters. And oh my goodness, there's 2 more boxes. Looks great, I like Buck. He probably will drop some cool jewels. Also, we're getting new endgame progression. So, the Rani will task us not with just clearing 15 maps, but with finding this corruption, this big red corruption over here. And they reworked corrupted maps, reworked them a lot, so as you can see there's different corruption effects, different corruption monsters, and a lot of new modifiers on these corrupted maps. When we defeat last monster on the map, last rare monster, it will spawn one of the 3 different corrupted bosses. After defeating boss, Dorian will spawn, destroy corruption and give us rewards. It will give us points for Atlas Tree, like before. But now maps that was corrupted will become different. They become cleansed maps. And they will have new monsters, new bosses and new drops, of course. And these drops are insane, fractured orbs. Just look over here. So we can use these orbs on rare items in crafting, and it will lock one of the modifiers. And this is game changer in my opinion. It gives a lot more chances to make items a lot better. So again, while crafting systems feels random, even right now, there's a lot more options to take control of our crafts. And that's exactly how I want them to approach crafting in this game. I want it to be completely different from Path of Exile 1. This game should be Path of Exile 2 and not Path of Exile 1.5.
Let's have a talk about towers.
Towers, yeah, everyone hates those. But now as you can see, towers redesigned a lot. First of all, we got 3 slots for precursor tablets, and we can get access up to 20 maps, or even more as I can guess. And now there's a lot less towers, so don't worry to lose precious resources on your towers. You don't need to run them as much as before. And running high tier maps on towers will increase power of mechanics by 100%, which is also crazy stuff. Again, they're removing stuff that is pretty boring and changing it in the way that no one thinked about. I mean, devs definitely cooking. This update is insane. Right now, I already insanely hyped by this update. I'm hyped, but look at this. New bosses on each tower map. Now tower maps will feel insane. There's a lot of new boss encounters, a lot of mechanics, so there's definitely like a lot of sense to run these towers and have fun. Now they're talking about portals. What about portals? Right now when you die, you will be able to use all portals. You will be able to get back to the map and finish it. It will help us to keep waystones alive. And how this work? Will we get less portals in the end game? And no, the more bonuses we got on Waystone, the less portals we will have. That's completely fair. More risk, more reward. I completely up with it. Also, all party members will have same respawn times as you are, so that's pretty nice balance in party play. And when you play versus bosses, everyone will have 6 attempts. That's what we need. We need to be able to play weaker builds and struggle against bosses and, play cool game instead of just trying to build a build that can one-shot bosses. Also, pinnacle bosses right now won't give you any experience and won't give you experience penalty. I lost around 60% on this guy already, or maybe even 80% when I tried him first time, so that's nice fix. And I don't know what is it, but they telling that if you got supporter pack, you will have a key for this chest and it should contain pretty cool unique from one of the bosses. And I guess you need to defeat Zesht, for example, then you will be able to go and find this box and open and get something like furtive wraps from it. I don't know how this works. If someone knows, maybe someone played Path of Exile 1 and got same mechanic, please explain in the comments, I will pin you. And we got new tablets, new ways to juice your maps. That's crazy because there's a lot of them, and they got a lot of cool options. For example, this one can activate all maps and you don't need to use connections. You can just jump forward and play any map you want. and also like maps that will make expedition worth playing, because it will make runic monsters a lot more often and they will be a lot weaker, and of course a lot of more options on Atlas 3. That's crazy how much ways we can play Path of Exile 2 right now in early access in 0.2. It's not even close to 1 point release. And finally, Expedition. Yeah, we got new crafting bench here in Expedition. We can combine 2 items and press on the button and they will be combined, and they can give us some bonuses from both of them. We can make one insanely awesome item, but we need to be lucky, of course. That's how it works basically. If you're unlucky, you will destroy your items. If you're lucky, you can get pretty nice results. This update is crazy. Make sure to subscribe for cool Path of Exile 2 and other RPG content, and see you in the next videos.